Meanwhile, I'm going to do a quick session on Instagram Reels. Okay. Now, before that, I would like to know how many of you here have really seen Reels turning out into a business opportunity. Just say I have or I have not. Fantastic. So Reels is a great way to get discovered. We all know for the fact that it's just TikTok's duplicate, and eventually TikTok was a platform where people will discover people, right? Like that, and it would just be discovery on the content that you share. No hashtags, nothing, it's just random. Like that, Instagram has brought that concept, giving everybody a platform to get visible, to get popular, to get their traction out there. Now, what I'm going to do today, I'm going to just share with you some amazing styles of reel that just works for businesses. And I'm going to share some insights with you and templates with you, which you can learn and you can watch. Well, just give me a minute and I'll share my screen with you. Meanwhile, in the chat, you can let me know what is that one thing that you foresee on Instagram in the year 2021. Just go in the chat and let me know right now. Meanwhile, I'll share the screen with you. All right, so I see 2021 is the year of Instagram videos, and predominantly I believe Instagram is gonna compete with YouTube, because IGTV is right there, and there is just one thing that they have to introduce. They have to convert IGTV into IGTV search engine, and people start searching right there. Yes or no? How many of you agree that it's going to happen? So it's important for you to understand that 2021 is the year of Instagramming, and it's crucial for you to establish your core there, because there are multiple opportunities that the platform holds. And one of the most important thing of this platform is that the organic reach of this platform is much, much better than other platforms there. So be where your customers are, be where the reach is. And right now the organic reach is on Instagram. And plus it's discoverable on randomness. It's discoverable on the search of hashtags. So your content has higher chances of discovery in a small world, where you can be creatively aligned at the same point of time, technically aligned with the SEO aspects, and you can be aligned with customers' requirements, because you can always tell stories and hear their stories on the DMs. So it's a small digital world in itself, a small social network, or I would say it's a digital world in itself that drives every single component of a creative to strategic to, I would say, technical advertisements or content strategies right there. Now on Instagram, there are multiple types of videos. We have content that we have been uploading on posts, which I would recommend don't upload videos on post anymore. Rather create videos on Reels. So that's one recommendation. Videos on Instagram stories, where you can share what's happening with your real life on a day-to-day basis. Run polls, allow people to ask you questions. Then come Instagram Reels, where the innovation is happening. Then comes IGTV, where you can create a longer form of content. And then comes Instagram Live. How do we create IGTV content? That's the most important question to ask. How many of you feel that it's pain to go upload a video on IGTV? How many of you feel that? You feel it's too much, too boring, yeah? Because the sizing is different and you got to get the template rolling, right? So and sometimes you feel who's even watching it. So what you should be doing with respect to your Instagram Live. Now, with your Instagram IGTV, so the biggest and the simplest strategy of IGTV is using Instagram from the perspective of the most important thing is doing live sessions and saving those live sessions on your IGTV, so that it's a longer form of content. You already have created that content. When you're going live on Instagram, you don't spend your time the first 10 minutes. Hi guys, what's up? How are we doing? Hey, what are you up to? Don't do that. That's where we stuck, right? So don't do that. So just think of how can you really go ahead and do something which is immediate, quick, which is full on live, full on with energy. So you just go ahead, hey, this is Sorav Jain, and today in this session, I'm going to talk about 10 amazing tips on Reels. So I hope you guys can hear me. I hope you guys can see me. Just go in the chat and say, I can. Now, this is the energy you begin your live session with. When you start your live session with this energy, when you save that in IGTV, you almost make that entire session like a YouTube video. So that's a small simple step that you can take. Okay, now that's how your live sessions should be, and save those live sessions in IGTV. That's how you save a lot of time. So that's basically IGTV and Instagram Live's correlation. So in nutshell, it's the game of videos that's gonna work. What kind of videos will actually work for your business? Number one, you can write it down, is social proof. The more and more testimonials and proofs and people experiencing your brand, when people will start seeing that a lot of people are experiencing your brand, they will start seeing more value in the content right there, which basically means there is testimonial and there is user generated content when a consumer is using your product and sharing his or experience while using your product up there. So you can involve influencers, hire them to make video with respect to your services, with respect to your stores, with respect to your product, with respect to your courses. So get a lot of this experience going there. Second is helpful, which is tips, how to's, it always really wells, and tricks up there. So these are two important styles of content that generally works really well on Instagram. Well, there's a scope of repurposing content on Instagram, which is allowing people to ask you questions on Instagram as a platform, where you go on IGTV, you go live, allow people to ask you questions, and when they ask you question, just go ahead and give those answers to them and record that moment and upload it on Instagram again. So every question and answer is an opportunity for you to have individual videos going on Instagram, right? That's easy, isn't it? You don't have to really create fresh content. You're just using the existing content there. If you think that's amazing, just go in the chat and say, that's a good idea, or just say good idea. Yep. So think of repurposing content and reuse them. How many of you here have made a carousel post on Instagram in the past? 1 year back or 6 months back? 6 ways to be happy, 5 tips. If you have made a carousel post, carousel is post where you have 10 photographs uploaded together. It's time for you to repurpose those carousel. Can you convert those carousel posts in format of reels? Because जो carousels गया 1 साल पहले, what has gone a year back is not going to revive, and you're not going to see life to it right now. So how do you really take your live session, how do you really take old carousels, repurpose it, and re-upload it on Instagram? That's what I'm doing at the moment, and I have realized the carousel which got me 1,000, 2,000 likes, my reels is getting 4,000, 5,000 likes right there. So it's important that you create a reels only strategy. Trust me, reels only strategy. If you want to be viral on Instagram, I would suggest 3 reels a day, if not 1 reel a day. So 90 reels a month or 30 reels a month, but consistently doing 30 reels a month is more likely to get your profile a lot more visibility, which means you have to be creatively inclined to make reels. Don't make it boring. So that's one of the most important part. Clear? So let's look at the kind of reels that just works for businesses that you can take into consideration. So I'm just going to share my screen while I'm doing this with you. Just give me a minute. Meanwhile, how many of you are willing to participate in a reels contest today? How many of you are willing to participate in a reels contest today? Just say I can or I will. So I'm just going to show you some of the reels right there. Let me share my screen with you so that you guys can watch the kind of reels. One of the reels that just works for the businesses or individuals is called the reels versus reality. So here is a quick one for you, which you can just look at. So here is, you can see the screen. I can't play the music for this one, but it's trying to show a home and it's trying to show the dirt which is hidden behind the scenes, right? So it's called the reels versus reality, which you can create. It has one of the highest form of engagement for businesses and for individuals up there. So just go in the chat and say, got that. All of you just go in the chat and say, got that. Okay, the next one is, I'm going to show you an example right now. It's called showcase. What is it called? Write down the chat and say showcase. So what is Showcase all about? So let's be at it right now. Showcase is basically nothing, but you just show things and connect with the right music around it. Let me give you an example. Here is one of my friends, not friends, I would say he's a neighbor, and he grew his Instagram from 600 followers to 20,000 followers in just 60 days duration. Isn't that amazing? Just go in the chat and say that's amazing. Yeah, just say amazing. Now, what did he exactly do? He just used the Showcase. There's no innovation, there's no creativity. All that this guy did, he just created Showcase. And I'm just gonna play one of the videos for your reference right now. That's his Showcase. Look at this one.
तुझे देखा तो ये जाना सनम प्यार होता है दीवाना सनम.
So you have to understand that music matters. Bollywood works really, really well. If you're from Tamil Nadu, Kollywood would work really, really well for you. But music matters. These are videos which we would never ever watch when we recorded from a mobile phone. Yes or no? Generally, कौन देखेगा इसको बैठ के? But just the choice of music has made this guy a digital entrepreneur today. That the guy who was just selling clothes inside the store is now launching in e-commerce because he's unable to handle 200 to 300 inquiries which he's getting every single day. He's like, this is a nightmare because one person asks, ye hai kya? Then he answers them. Then they ask, what is the price? Then they negotiate, and that just keeps going on and on and on. Like, so he's realized now that he cannot handle this. So he's launching an e-commerce store right there. So reels to reality. Isn't that amazing, right? So that's just an example of Showcase for you. Let me share with you the next style, which is basically looking at behind the scenes. So if you are into cafes, if you're into creative businesses, or if you're running an agency, or you're running a hospital, or even if you are into basically making of a lot of innovative solutions out there, try to showcase if you what's behind the scenes. Let's say into shooting, right? You're a photographer, so what happened behind the scenes, get that captures. So capture everything that you see. Like I was in Goa recently and I captured everything that I've seen, and I'm just starting to make reels with all of those observations and presenting those reels up there to you in another few days. So I'm just giving you an example. Capture whatever you could, wherever you could, and that will create one of the largest impact for you on Instagram. Okay, so this is behind the scenes. So try to see how you can do time lapse, how you can use slow-mo, and how you can use the regular video context. Try to capture the most important essence in 5 seconds so that you can do multiple 5 seconds shots in a 30 seconds video, and you can clip them together and present it to world out there. Okay, got this? So the second one is behind the scenes. How many of you have seen the action based videos where the person is just doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you see those flows, the content flows right there, and there are so many people dancing around it. How many of you seen something like that? Yeah, so that's one of the videos that's where you don't have to really do a lot. You just have to do actions and things gets consumed right at the moment. So I'll give you an example right here. Let's say I'll give you an example right now. The example is here I go. So whenever you're doing, if you are an influencer and you're making a video, try to create a reel with actions, but use great locations. That's one of the most important factors to look at. So use great locations. You can see right here. I'm just going to show you an example which gets you a lot of traction. Is, yeah. Now just look at this one, which is I'm just gonna play this for you. Give me a minute. Yeah, so here is an example of I had no clue of what content I'm going to write here. Okay, when I made this video. So I just made 5 and then I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Captured it when I was on a holiday and just clipped them. Then I thought, what context should I add to it? And I added those contexts and I presented it right there. So this is one of those styles which just works really well, where you try to really bring in a new capture or the new essence in your videos. Behind the scene works really well, but if you do behind the scenes, have a quick 5 seconds intro to behind the scenes before you start showing them what you want to show them. Hey, I'm Sorav Jain. I'm a digital marketing agency owner, and I just thought I will take you through my office today. So that's the entrance and the lobby, and there is my cabin right there. As you enter, we have made it extremely vibrant workplace where team sits here, and there's a belief wall where all my beliefs are just crafted and posted here. These are funny things that Indian clients say. It's a wall about that. And here is the cafeteria where we hang out. Plus, this is the Devi. Hey, I'm Sorav Jain. I'm a digital marketing agent. Right, so here is just an example of capturing and giving a voiceover to it, which you can use in an app called InShot, which I believe most of you might be aware of what you could do. So here is some of those styles which just works really well. The next style is basically that's got me the maximum traction on Instagram is when you try to create a lot of value in 30 seconds reel. What do you mean by lot of value in 30 seconds reel? When you try to give them a lot, let's say here is a video where I talk about 10 key important features which you can make use of, or 10 key styles of Instagram. I'm just searching for Instagram themes your business. Now this is a lot of value in just 30 seconds. The more value you give in 30 seconds, the more the popularity of that reel is gonna be, which means keep your content extremely crisp, like all your blog headlines will become your content right there. So here is an example for you, just for your reference. Let's look at some amazing themes for your business, for your Instagram page. Number 1, common line and middle theme. Number 2, single row, one pattern theme. Number 3, tiles or checkboard theme. Number 4, white border theme. Number 5, black border theme. Number 6, black and white border theme. Number 7, same or double color palette theme. Number 8, heavy content theme. Number 9 is the minimalist theme, and number 10 is the puzzle theme. Which one did you like? Let's look at some amazing themes. This is just a quick one where I've just shared 10 things to do, blah, 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 10 blah, 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 10 places to visit. So you capture 10 places, put them in together. You can use photos in the showcase, because in videos it will take 3 seconds or 4 seconds. If you use photos or screenshots, it's not going to take a lot of time. So use photo flickers in combination to get a lot more engagement. All of you got that? Are you guys with me by far? Just say I am with you. And if you guys are enjoying the session, do not forget to take a photograph, screenshot, and do not forget to tag me on Instagram. Okay, awesome. Okay, now that's basically different types of reels versus reality, behind the scenes, action based reels. Lot of value in the content reels, which I just showed you right now. When you do action based reels, you need to really look at the background that you're taking into consideration. Now let's look at some of the other important styles of reels, which is very important, is because reels is a great value and people will discover you because it just goes on discovery mode. It's important that you try to create reels where you introduce about yourself. Hi, I'm Sorav Jain, and here's just an example for your reference. There's no music to this one because I can't play music for some reasons here. Just watch this one. Okay, so do you see that it's just a quick introduction about herself? So it goes on auto discovery mode. So try to get that one, which is important because it gets you a larger traction and helps you in also getting a quick, if you ask a question at the end, you might see a lot of people commenting also. So discovery is very important. So please do showcase that about yourself, introduce yourself. The next is doing a lot of before and after works really well. So here is an example of the same. If you're into services space, the next step will help you. So this one, just watch one, before and after. So before you get your haircut done, capture that, capture the later one, and this if first if you're in salon business. So whatever business you are in, try to showcase before and after and capture that, and that gets you good traction on Instagram. Okay, so all of you got that? Yes, just say I got that. The next one is if you are into services space, one thing people look for is how do you show your before and after there, and how do you make people trust your brand. So I'm just going to show you an example of how this woman has been she runs a cupping clinic in Chennai, and she has been making reels that just showcase processes. So if you're making reels and adding good music to it, and you just showcase processes right there, it will actually help you in getting a lot of queries there, because people are always curious about what this process is all about, right? So here is an example.
I told you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,000 times. Haven't I made it obvious? Haven't I made it clear? Want me to spell it out for you? FRINDS. Haven't I made it?
Now, if you see, it's not too much of showcase, but just the process. So if you are into the services space, especially in the hospitality, in the hospital sector, healthcare sector, try to show your process, try to show before and after as the conclusion of the process. If you see this one,
My baby, I love your voice. Oh, my baby, on my leg, baby,
yeah, so that's before and after, and that's getting her questions, a lot of DMs. So a business which is into service space can strongly grow with help of Instagram reels up there. Okay, so let's look at some more options of the reels which I suggest that you do. Is how do you capture the strong opinion or value coming from people. So what you should do is you should allow your products to be used by your users. So this is not from a deals perspective also. So we work with this brand called Nippo. I'll just show you for that matter. Just hold on, my system is stuck. There's too many screens up there, so just give me a minute. Yeah, so if you look at Nippo India, this is one of the brands that we've been handling, and what we have realized here on this brand front, if you are encouraging more consumers to use your product and innovate, sometimes you tell the story, sometimes let the world tell the story, because if you allow the world to tell the story, they will do their very own innovation. So I'm just going to play this for your reference right now. Just waiting for. Hi, are you guys able to hear me? Are you guys able to see me? Just go in the chat and say I can. Fantastic. So we'll wait for this to happen. Just give me a minute. Okay, I think it's stuck for some reason. Let me just test for the last time. So, okay, I'll just tell you what we did for this brand. We almost got about 154 influencers to work with us. We allowed them to innovate, allowed them to create reels. So the traction is on their channel because they have used the reels, and we use the reels also with the same product. So I don't have to invest in recording these videos. We tell them what concept we want, so they work on the concept, and then
हैं रातों में सबको जगाए कानों में बाजा बजाए ये मच्छर तो खून के प्यासे हैं लोगों के ये दुश्मन हैं ये बिन बिन करते आए गालों को निशाना बनाए पकड़ के मारो हैं रातों में सबको जगा
right. So it just connects with people. Absolutely, Amit. So all that you have to do is ensure that you connect with these influencers. There's a payment involved. Definitely, the product gets delivered to them, and allow them to innovate. And the innovation happens on their end, and the content can be repurposed. So you see the traction from their channel. You see the traction on your channel too, right? I'll just show you an example of how people have gone the most creative ways to get their video done. I've not seen this video, so let's watch it together. I don't know what has he done, but yeah.
जी गुड मॉर्निंग सर सर फाइल रेडी है मैं आपको मेल ही कर रहा हूँ सर मेल यार जीना नाम कर दिया नहीं सर सॉरी सर आपको नहीं बोला सर मच्छर परेशान कर रहे हैं सर मुझे सुबह से जीना हराम कर दिया मच्छरों ने ना दिन का चैन ना रात की नींद परेशान कर दिया यार ऐसे तो काम नहीं चल रहा है इसका कोई ना कोई सॉल्यूशन तो निकालना ही पड़ेगा
Hello everyone, it's the mosquito season. Oh, but Nippo has sent me their powerhouse Terminator mosquito bat. This mosquito Terminator bat is a battery operated bat with a quick charging facility. It also has a USB charging facility and is also shock proof, which is amazing. Also, I want to tell you that the best part about this bat, it is eco friendly. So finally, I want to say thank you to Nippo for sending me this amazing bat, a perfect solution for a healthy environment.
Right now, isn't that interesting, right? So honestly, if I am a advertiser and I have to really go do this shooting, I have to spend no less than about a lakh or 2 lakh rupees to get something like this done, right? So uh, yeah, how about duration? Do you have to keep that on mind or not? If you want it on reels, then 30 seconds. If you want to use it in post, then make it 1 minute. I have literally seen people doing animations in the videos that they have made, where they have literally shown the mosquito flying, and they have done all of that kind of innovation too, right? So not this one. So yeah, so these are just an example of how you can encourage reels to happen. Allow people to make use of the product. Let them innovate. Let them just say theme is drama. Bring on the element of drama. If you do not know how to think creatively, and you don't have to spend on direction, you want to drive it through people. Just give them the product and just say we want the element of drama in the strategy, and we want to focus on these 3 points. Always tell your influencers what they need to talk on. Okay, all of you got that? Just go in the chat and say I got that. Last but not the least, when you try to make a lot of how-to videos on Instagram, this is something which I have seen working really well. So if you could create a 30 seconds how-to videos. Yeah, so 30 seconds how-to videos on how to make certain things is also something that will give you the larger traction up there. All right, so that's basically about my reel session. And may you have any questions, please feel free to ask me in the chat right now. Sumarao, why don't I have 30 seconds reels? Why I don't have music? I have no answer to these questions. Only Instagram has answer to this question, okay? Thank you. I hope you guys learned a lot.